Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for coming. My name's Dan O'Prey. I'm the co-founder of HyperLedger, which is a distributed ledger platform specifically designed to meet the needs of regulated financial institutions such as yourselves. Sorry, could we get the... sorry. So for example, we were the world's first permissioned ledger network. We were the first not to have an inbuilt cryptocurrency, and we were the first to ensure that sensitive trade data is kept private, and not just from the public, but other participants in the network. You've probably all heard of Bitcoin. Bitcoin's an ingenious solution to a very specific problem: how to move digital cash in a censorship-resistant manner. Bitcoin's designed as a peer-to-peer network that aims to bypass all the financial institutions in this room. A year and a half ago, we recognized that whilst far from institutions being disrupted, there would actually be far more benefit to them by adopting blockchain technology than there is in the threat of them being displaced. So the existing settlement systems that are in place today are reasonably good. They work reasonably well, but there is still vast room for improvement. For example, each institution will keep a local copy of their own trade data. That data could have errors, it could have malicious behavior from rogue employees or cyber attacks, or it could have faults. So this causes massive reconciliation costs, which dramatically increases settlement times, which adds risk into the market. Worse still, there are multiple disparate settlement networks for different asset classes across different geographies, and so this adds an additional layer of complexity and further increases settlement times. HyperLedger provides a shared, replicated ledger which provides all the incumbent institutions a unified record of the truth that they can all securely interact with and grant real-time access from custodians, banks, CSDs, and regulators into that trade data that they're allowed to see, without revealing it to the public or any other unauthorized third parties. Importantly, HyperLedger runs on your own infrastructure, so it's not just private from the public as well. So it enables you to actually use that, unlike Bitcoin, which is completely anonymous and public. So as I said, Bitcoin and Ripple, both big public international ledgers, so anyone can see any transaction that's being done on the network. They're also both single ledgers, international, so that all trade data has to go through the same system, which makes it incredibly difficult to scale. HyperLedger is completely private, and you can have multiple different networks which are all interoperable with each other, which means that you can break it down by geography, as well as Bitcoin only tracks one asset, Bitcoin. Ripple has a cryptocurrency built in called XRP. This adds technical overhead from having to maintain accounts, regulatory risk of having to hold a cryptocurrency, as well as the underlying volatility of that currency. HyperLedger has no cryptocurrency built in. Bitcoin has anonymous miners, so that you may end up paying a transfer fee to someone in a sanctioned country, and there's also no one to turn to should anything go wrong. Ripple's validators are semi-known, whereas in HyperLedger, all validators are known, so you can know your vendor, and any malicious behavior beyond what the technology can handle, you can fall back to the existing legal system. Bitcoin transactions take up to 60 minutes. Ripple's ledger closes every 10 seconds. HyperLedger uses a proven, efficient consensus algorithm, which allows us to confirm transactions in less than a second. Just after the semi-final in New York, we decided to join forces with another startup, Digital Asset Holdings, led by Blythe Masters, which validated our approach to the market, as well as giving us a very strong position, having a leadership team with decades of experience in financial services, having built successful businesses and departments from scratch. But our management team does not just have experience just in financial services, we have deep technical expertise across cryptography, trading systems, public and private ledgers. So HyperLedger always has and always will be open source. It's a public good that we want to collaborate with the industry. But a commercial entity is licensing software to financial institutions to enable them to interact with HyperLedger, as well as manage the workflow, collect signatures, digitize assets, and manage the life cycle of specific assets. In addition to that, it also integrates with existing legacy infrastructure, like systems like front office, back office, and risk management systems. So you've been asked today to judge the startups on which has the most impact for the financial services industry. We have over 80 NDAs in place with major financial institutions. We're having conversations with most of you, and we're in advanced discussions with several of those institutions about products that will go into production next year. So next year, 2016, will be the year that blockchain technology gets real and it goes into production, and it will have an impact in some way on the lives of every single one of you. So if we're not already speaking and you'd like to learn more about HyperLedger and digital asset, then please do get in touch. I'll be around afterwards, and you can email me at dan@digitalasset.com. Thank you very much.